John chapter 5. Jesus heals a lame man. Afterward, Jesus returned to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish holy days. Inside the city, near the sheep gate, was a pool of Bethesda with 5 covered porches. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on the porches. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him, he knew he had been ill for a long time. He asked him, "Would you like to get well?" "I can't, sir," the sick man said, "for no one to put me in the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone else always gets there ahead of me." Jesus told him, "Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." Instantly, the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But the miracle happened on the Sabbath. So the Jewish leaders objected. They said to the cured man that you can't work on the Sabbath. The law doesn't allow you to carry that sleeping mat. But he replied, "The man who healed me told me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" "Who did such a thing?" they demanded. The man did not know, for Jesus had disappeared in the crowd. But afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and told him, "Now you are well. Stop sinning, or something else worse may happen to you." Then the man told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had healed him. Jesus claims to be the Son of God. So Jewish leaders began harassing Jesus for breaking the Sabbath rules. But Jesus replied, "My Father is always working, so I am." So the Jewish leaders tried all the harder to find a way to kill him. For he had not only broken the Sabbath, he called himself God, his Father, and thereby making himself equal with God. So Jesus explained, "I tell you the truth. The Son can do nothing by himself. He does only what he sees the Father doing. Whatever the Father does, the Son also does. For Father loves the Son and has shown him everything he is doing. In fact, the Father in showing him how to do even greater works than healing this man, then you will be truly astonished. For just as the Father gives life to those who raise from the dead, so the Son gives life to anyone he wants. The addition of the Father judges no one. Instead, he has given the Son absolute authority to judge, so that everyone will honor the Son just as they honor the Father. Anyone who does not honor the Son is certainly not honoring the Father who sent him. I tell you the truth. Those who listen to my message and believe in God who sent me have eternal life. They will never have condemned for their sins, but they have already passed from death into life. And I assure you that The time is coming. Indeed, it's here now, when the dead will hear my voice, the voice of the Son of God, and those who will listen will live. The Father has life in himself, and he has granted the same life-giving power to his Son. And he does given the authority to judge everyone because he is the Son of Man. Don't be surprised. Indeed, the time is coming when all the dead in their graves will hear the voice of God's Son, and they will rise again. For those who have done good will rise to experience eternal life, and those who have continued in their evil will rise to experience judgment. I can do nothing on my own. The judge has God tells me, therefore my judgment is just because I carry out the will of the one who sent me, not my own will. Witness to Jesus. If there were testify on my own behalf, the testimony would be unfair. But someone else, he is also testifying about me, and I assure you, everything he says about me is true. Of course, I have no need of human witness, but I say these things so you might be saved. John was like a burning and shining lamp, and you were excited for a while about his message. But I have a greater witness than John. My teachings and miracles. The Father gave me these works to accomplish, and they prove that he sent me. And the Father who sent me has testified about me himself. You have never heard his voice or seen him face to face, and you do not have this message in your hearts because you do not believe in the one who sent me to tell you. You search the scriptures because you think they gave you eternal life. But the scriptures point me, yet you refuse to come and receive this life. Your appointful means nothing to me because I know you do not have God's love within you, for I have come in the Father's name, and you have rejected me. Yet if others come in their own name, you gladly welcome them. No wonder you can't believe, for gladly honor each other, but you do not care about the honor that comes from the one who is alone, is God. Yet it isn't I who will accuse you before the Father. Moses will accuse you. Yes, Moses, whom you put your hopes in. If you really believed in Moses, you would really believe in me, because but since you do not believe what he wrote, how will you believe what I say?